It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning. Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Reckenwell. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Kellys.
How are you?
Well, good, I guess. All things
Good,
considered.
you guess. Okay, then. That went well. How was your weekend?
Well, lots of time in the old lazy boy.
Still spending a lot of time there, are you?
Yeah, lots of time in the lazy boy. It's not the most fun thing I've ever done in my life.
I notice you're not driving your little buggy today. That's
It's
a
here.
good thing. It's here.
Yeah, I didn't have time to drag it in. I'm running a little late this morning. It is here.
Got to use it some, but
I have to use it to prop my foot up.
Okay.
When we go to break, I'll probably have you bring it over so we can prop the foot up. But yeah, I have to
Gotcha.
have the foot propped up. But other than that, it's just peachy keen.
Peachy King, you can walk around a little bit on it.
A little bit, yeah.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
I'm tired of hearing that.
You're still healing. You'll be all right.
Man, I never thought it would take this long.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Be 9 weeks Thursday.
9 weeks Thursday.
Almost, yeah. So it's been an exciting time. How about you? Did you have a good weekend?
I did. We drove all the way down to University of the Ozarks and went to the Meet
Which
of
is
Champions.
in Clarksville, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Went to the Meet of Champions. And that's basically where they take your state champions and put them together and let them rumble. So it was some great matches. I mean, we saw, you're talking about the best of the best, one division against another.
Mm-hmm.
And so every match was pretty good type match, and it was a good fight. They break them up in teams, so you got the red team and the blue team, and let them have fun and compete. And it's kind of for fun and bragging rights type of thing. And a lot of them just go out and have a good time and enjoy it.
A lot of those will go on to Fargo then afterwards?
That will be after freestyle.
After freestyle.
Yeah, we'll have a freestyle state tournament, and from there, that's when the Fargo will be picked. Who's going to Fargo?
By golly.
Usually, it's the top 3 that will have an offer for each weight class.
Be a fun time.
It'd be a good time, hey, Bob.
Good.
Still got Adidas coming up, which is a national tournament in Independence. So
That's about 3 weeks away.
yep. First weekend in April is Adidas. Then the second weekend is Freestyle State.
No mat gear this year.
No mat gear. They had to cancel it. They had some damage to the gym. It's under remodel right now, and they could not get it repaired in time.
You couldn't find another venue.
No, not big enough.
Not big enough.
I mean, when you're talking about a national tournament, there's a lot of kids, and they need a lot of room.
Yeah.
They got to run a number of mats, so just couldn't find. They tried. They looked around. They couldn't find anything open that was big enough to make it work.
Morning Prayers brought to you by Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas. With all our respect, is not just their motto, it's the way they do business all across the state of Arkansas with 29 locations to serve you. One in Memphis, Tennessee. Renata Jenkins-Byler and all her staff do a wonderful job in your time of, need, sorrow, grief, all of the above.
Yes.
They'll be glad to help you. 425-2161 is their phone number here in Mountain Home. Give them a call. If you don't live in Mountain Home, give them a call anyway. They can point you to the closest roller funeral home in your area. And now the morning prayer. Lord, we just thank you for who you are and what you do for us on each day. Lord, we just pray that you will continue to lead us, guide us, and give us direction on how to handle things that come up in our day-to-day lives. Lord, we just pray that you will be with our government, the federal level, the state level, the county level, the local level, as those people try to do things that are supposed to be right and correct for all and not just themselves. Lord, we just pray that you'll be with the school children as they wrap up this week of school with anticipation of spring break as it's upon us starting next Monday. Lord, we pray for all the travel that's going on in all the school areas, for the sporting events and extracurriculars. Lord, we just pray for the doctors, the lawyers, the policemen, the firemen, the administration of the school, the students. And we just pray that you'll keep them all safe. And it's in Christ's name we pray. Amen. Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, with all our respect. Biggest American flag up Highway 5 north just past Hospital Drive on the right-hand side of the road. pull in there, go talk to them. They'll be glad to help you any way they can. 425-2161 is their number. Give them a call. And we'll be back in just a moment after a word from Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. The weather, the dam reports, and all the updates are brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty. 870-405-0793 is their phone number. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. If you go there, click on live views, this is what you see. A little dark this morning.
It is. It is a little dark.
That time change really makes a difference.
It will. It'll catch up with itself, though.
Does it?
Take a little bit, but
About August?
there you go.
About time to change back?
About time to change back. Everything will be.
Well, there's rumors. Are we changing back or are we not changing back?
Oh, they've been rumoring that every year. We're going to change.
You going to change?
Yeah, I don't see them changing it.
Don't think we're going to get
No,
away from that?
they talk about it every year, and they always got a big thing, and nothing ever happens. So no, I don't.
What
A
you're
lot
looking,
of water.
A lot of water. What you're looking at is a lot of water. What you're looking at, though, is from Marion County back into Baxter County, Arkansas, the city of Cotter, the bird flying through the camera screen there. A nice little sunrise coming from the mountain home side of the shot. Go into a different something that might be a little, there we go, a little bit brighter that we can see the water moving. That is the White River there at Cotter. Just a great, you can go back to the other one if you want. Oh, there we go. It's changing itself. Beautiful sunrise there.
Mm-hmm.
These shots are on the live views at retiredtoarkansas.net. You can also click on MLS listings and see what's available in our area. If you see something that tickles your fancy, that catches your interest, give them a call at 870-405-0793. Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty here in Mountain Home. And we're going to go ahead and check some temperatures. We're going to let that scroll through all at once too. Currently in Mountain Home is 29. Harrison is 28. Batesville is 34. Yellville is 31. Marshall is 31. Salem is 27. Mountain View, Arkansas is 33. Calco Rock is 29. West Plains, Missouri is 27. Springfield, Missouri is 26. Poplar Bluff, Missouri is 32. And St. Louis, Missouri is 31. A little bit chilly out there this morning.
It is. A little bit different.
But again, those shots are brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team. 870-405-0793. Let's take a look at the radar. Let the radar catch up to us here just a little bit. Looks like Seattle's getting a little bit of rain. Washington, D.C. is getting some. Jacksonville, Florida is getting some. A little bit of something happening just in the outside of Dallas, Texas. Really cold and some snow going on up around Detroit, Pittsburgh, Albany, New York. But as far as our area goes, we're going to zoom into Arkansas. I believe we're going to be clear pretty much all day today, which we need a little bit of clear. It's been awful wet for a few days. And what we're looking at now from Rogers to Blytheville, from Fayetteville to Jonesboro, Fort Smith over to Memphis, Conway, Little Rock, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Texarkana, it's all clear. If you're traveling the great state of Arkansas, you've got a pretty nice day to do it. National Weather Watch, freeze warning all across the northern part of Arkansas, all of Tennessee, Kentucky is kind of skated away from. It's amazing how that line can just know where to stop.
Yeah.
Northern part of Alabama, Mississippi's got some, Georgia into South and North Carolina as well. It's a freeze warning. 7-day forecast looks like this as well. Today, high sunny and high of 47. Frost tonight, low of 24. Frost then sunny, high of 50 tomorrow. Tuesday night, low of 30, mostly clear. Frost and sunny, high of 59 on Wednesday. Wednesday night, low of 44. Thursday, breezy, slight chance of rain, high of 63. Thursday night, low of 35. 90% chance of rain at that time. Friday, high for Friday is going to be 48. Low is going to be 27. Saturday, 48. Low of 25. Mostly sunny. High near 46 on Sunday. Lake level and dam reports. Lake level bulls at Norfolk is 559.50. They're currently generating 1. They are 7.5 feet above full pool. Lake Bull Shoals 666.55, which is 7.55 above their full pool of 659, and they are currently generating 6. And you can tell it by looking at the pictures that are brought to you by the Z Team. That's the Lake Level Dam Reports, brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team. Century 21 Lee Mack Realty, 870-405-0793. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. These folks are realtors you can recommend to your friends. I say they're busy, but never too busy to assist you. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be right back.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. We sell Ferris zero-turn mowers that have patented coil spring suspension. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. We buy, sell, trade, new and used mowers. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road in Mountain Home, where your business is appreciated.
It's a matter of
Welcome back to the morning show. It's community news and happenings brought to you by Mower Warehouse. Is there something else you're playing with that, or just leaving that there?
Just like the other one, we'll leave it's a new logo. We got a new sponsor for the community events, but they're over there at Buzzard Roost Road. Go by and stop and take a look. They've got a lot of mowers. They've got some really cool ones with these front suspensions and give you a nice smooth ride. So stop by Mower Warehouse off of Buzzard Roost Road.
That's what you call Ferris mowers.
Ferris mowers, yeah.
With the suspension in the front.
Those things are smooth.
Community news and happenings. Let's see. First thing we got coming up is the Developing an Ozarks Green Thumb, Saturday, March the 18th, from 8 to 3:30 at the First United Methodist Church Fellowship Center, 605 West 6th Street, here in Mountain Home. Featured speakers will be Joel Lample, Joe the gardener, but his name is Joe Lample. Let's try this again. Take 28. A garden to weather any storm. De'Ara McAlvey, Missouri Botanical Garden, help the home gardener. Ray Morantz, creating habitat for pollinators, bees. They're just an important thing. Bees, bees, bees. Jeff Quick is the CEO of the Food Bank of North Central Arkansas. Healthy foods equal better health outcomes, and Guy Ames, free fruit trees, bushes, and vines for natural growing in the Ozarks. This event will cost $35. Registration can be done at baxtercountymg.com/spring-seminar. $35 fee. There will be a horticulture table, opportunity table of garden-themed items, and Master Gardener project displays will be there. Drinks and snacks will be provided throughout the day, and the $35 fee also includes your lunch. So there you go. Third Annual Community Spring Bash, March the 25th, from 11 to 3. It's a free lunch, free popcorn, free fun, free cotton candy, cakewalk, games, face painting, petting zoo. You going there to be petted?
You bet. You bet. Why not?
Great family fun with a bounce house at the Impact Faith Church at 940 East 9th Street here in Mountain Home. As far as news goes, I'm not sure there's anything worth talking about.
No good news today, huh?
Well, I don't think so. Guy led the cops on a 20-mile high-speed chase, enters a plea in court. Ain't no need to talk about that. Medical marijuana passed $45 million in sales first 2 months of 2023. That's a high-dollar industry, isn't it?
It is.
Let's talk about this real quick.
Okay.
The City of Mountain Home spring cleaning is scheduled for April 24th to 27th. They will not. Items accepted include furniture, mattresses, box springs, free-on-free appliances, toys, bicycles without tires, push or self-propelled lawnmowers with no gas or oil, tools, clothing that is bagged, metal that is shorter than 4 feet and weighing less than 50 pounds, carpet under 4 feet length can be rolled up and tied, fence under 4 feet long, lumber less than 4 feet long. These items will not be accepted. Are also on the list electronics, yard waste, tires, paint, batteries, construction debris. Items need to be on the curb by 6 o'clock in the morning from the 24th to the 27th on your regular pickup day. If you have any questions about that, give Method Sanitation a call at 870-741-8095.
It's always good to have a cleanup time. Get rid of some of that stuff you don't need.
Absolutely. Let's see what else we got here. Anything exciting to talk about? Yellville Summit School Board will meet tonight at 5:30. Items on their agenda include the table proposed district schedule for 23-24, early and absentee school board election, proposed for the Cox Endowment, several different things. If you're interested in going to that, you can show up at 5:30, and that's when their meeting will start. And I don't think there's anything else we want to talk about. We'll be back here in just a little bit with Monday Morning Sports Highlight.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Cotter Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Cotter Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Cotter Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show. It's Monday Morning Sports Updates. Mountain Home High School baseball team wrapped up a week last week on a good note. The Bombers were in front of the home crowd at McLean Park as they doubled up on Farmington 4-2. Cotter fell to Valley Springs 6-3. Yellville Summit defeated Ozark Mountain 20-2. Salem squeaked by Tuckerman 11-10. Melbourne routed Newport 20-1, and Mountain View beat Hoxie 7-4. Mountain Home soccer teams had mixed results when they took the conference opener over to Siloam Springs. The boys won their game 2-1. William Bevel scored off a corner kick, which was really good. And the girls didn't fare so well. They got beat 8-0, which is ugly. The girls dropped to 4-2 on the season, 0-1 in league play. And let's see what else we got here. The high school team, the high school basketball teams had some state honors announced. Representing the Bomber boys, the 5A All-State team are Braden Dewey. Joined on the All-Conference team for the 5A West is Ryder McLean. In addition, outstanding senior awards go to Kai Bickford and Hagen Robb, named All-Conference honorable mention. On the girls' side, sophomore Lakin Moore was named to the 5A State All-Tournament team. She was one of 4 selected All-Conference. Moore is joined in the All-Conference team by seniors Amelia Rucker, Lauren Waymar, and junior Parker Husky. Today we've got Mountain Home playing JV softball here at home at McLean Park. The baseball teams will play as well. The JV baseball teams will play a doubleheader against Bergman. And got that going on. Let's see what else I got here. In other softball, Cotter is home against Cave City. Yeovil will travel over to Jasper. Viola hosts Concord. Calico Rock entertains Greers Ferry Westside. Salem makes a trip to Melbourne. Izard County heads down to Quitman. And Valley Springs is home against Lincoln. And let's see here. Mountain Home 7th grade track team will be competing today at Harrison. That will start at 3:30. And let's see, what else do we got here? We've already talked a little bit about the wrestling teams preparing to go to the Adidas Nationals up in Independence, Missouri, which is just outside of Kansas City. That'll be the first weekend in April. How many girls you got?
It's kind of hard to tell. We're just kind of getting into training as far as back on the mat this week, so we'll know more today on how many we've got going, how many are prepared to go.
Do you anticipate some boys going as well?
Yeah, I anticipate some on both sides.
I
got a feeling we'll have a handful, 4 or 5, maybe on both sides.
This is not high school sports, but we're going to talk about this real quick for just a minute. You ever see any of that power slap stuff?
Oh, where they go through and
whack the snot out of
somebody? Yes, some of them are terrible. I mean, I watched one and the guy's whole face was swollen. He was still standing up.
Ron the Wolverine Beta.
Okay.
Power slap organization, branding itself as the world premier power slap promotion on Saturday. The power slap was held in Las Vegas, and Mountain Home man Ron the Wolverine Beta was able to win his match by knockout.
Great job. I got to give him credit, but that is one thing I wouldn't sit there and do and just.
I've been in a lot of fights in my life,
yeah,
and I pride myself in never getting hit in the face. I can't imagine me standing there and letting somebody
them
just smack me.
Yeah,
and keep your cool about it.
I give the guy credit.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, Ron, congratulations. I don't know why, but hey, all right.
More power to you.
More power to you. Arkansas is going to the NCAA tournament. They're going to take on Illinois. Arkansas goes in as an 8th seed. Illinois comes in as a 9th seed. Arkansas baseball ended up sweeping Louisiana Tech by coming back in the 9th inning. Let's see. Number 7 Arkansas softball. They ended up dropping their game to Texas A&M. One of their games to Texas A&M over the weekend, but they're still rolling pretty good. So anyway, there we go. That's the Monday morning sports update. And we'll be back in just a little bit. We've got this morning the athletic director from the Cotter Warriors, Jared Jefferson, the head basketball coach, Jackson Rains, and one of their senior student athletes, Hudson Adams, is joining us. We'll be back. You watch the morning show on XL7-TV.
all you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. This morning, my guest right now is Coach Jackson Rains and the senior Hudson Adams. We appreciate y'all being here this morning, especially with the time change. Things, you got to get up extra early.
Yeah, I appreciate you having us out.
You bet. Been trying to do this for a while. Coach, what I like to do when I have a new coach come on is have you explain who you are, where you're from, and how long have you been coaching?
Well, my name is Jackson Rains. I'm originally from Viola, went to high school there. Graduated college in 2016. I coached a couple years in West Memphis at a junior high down there, and then came to Cotter right after that. And I believe this is my 5th year. This was my 5th year here at Cotter.
Married, wife, kids?
Actually getting married this weekend.
Getting married this weekend?
Yeah, I know it.
It's a good thing the time changed already, so that way you won't be late.
Yeah. I've been together with her for like 7 or 8 years, but we both have been working and traveling around. She's right now she's actually traveling to Springfield and doing radiology.
Okay.
So she's making all the money, and I'm
having all the fun.
That's exactly right.
Where's she from?
Walnut Ridge originally.
Walnut Ridge.
So we met in Jonesboro when I was going to school down there.
Okay. Did you play sports in college?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Talked to Harrison a little bit whenever I was playing, but I didn't grow up with a lot of money, so I was working directly after school and going to Mountain Home for a couple of years so I could afford to go down to Jonesboro and finish off my college. So that was never really an avenue.
When you went to school at Salem, what sports did you play
Viola.
there? I'm sorry, Viola.
Yeah, you can't mix up Salem and Viola.
No.
You can't do that.
Okay. What sports did you play over in Viola?
Basketball and baseball, mostly basketball. We had a decent team. We went, our region at the time only took 3 teams to state, and we were pretty much the fourth out, and then the 3 teams that went were Mammoth, Black Rock, and Bay at the time, and all 3 of them made it to the Final Four, and the 2 that we lost to in the state tournament, we lost to them by 4-2 in the regional tournament to get knocked out. So it was a really competitive region for us to make it to state. But and then baseball, Viola's always been good in baseball, and we had a really good group. We went to the state finals, and that one we were 33-1 at the time.
Who was your coach?
Jeremy Lewis. He's I think he's superintendent now at Highland.
Okay.
Yeah.
What made you decide you wanted to be a coach?
He was a big part of it. Really it was amazing to see his preparation and watching film and all this, and kind of watch that coach do all that. And I was like, well, that's kind of, I like the analytics. I'm a math major too, so I like all the analytics and watching film and all that. And I didn't really want to get away from the game of basketball. It's always been a big part of my life, so I think that was a major avenue of going into it, is just keeping it around in my life.
What other sports do you coach?
Golf right now. I did do track, but hung that up so I could be the big-time golf coach.
I didn't realize Cotter had a track team.
Yeah, we just don't have hardly any equipment. We get some hand-me-down equipment and stuff and put it around and everything, but a couple of years, it would have been before I got there, they had a lot of success with the girls team at track. I think it's starting to come around again. We've got a lot of 7th grade, 8th grade boys that really like to run track.
Do y'all have a track?
No, we just run around the school pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much dodge the buses and cars and
just try to stay alive?
Yeah.
Introduce who our other guest is.
This is Hudson Adams. He's been playing all of his life, playing baseball, basketball, played a little bit of golf, but then I took over for golf and decided not to play. So I don't know what that was about, but no. He's pretty much led been a leader of the team since, he was a sophomore when he got into senior high. He scored 1,000 points for us, over 1,000 points. The other stats he's had that's probably under the radar and something that really doesn't talk about, but he has pretty much led us in rebounds the last 2 years for sure that I've got stats on. This year, he probably also led us in assists. Again, I don't have all the stats done, but I'm pretty confident in that one. Possibility of him leading us in steals as well.
Wow.
So yeah, he was definitely has been a big factor at Cotter. Has played a major role in the success of our program the last few years.
Hudson, you've been playing basketball a long time.
Yeah, I remember playing them upwards leagues and stuff like that. So yeah.
What's kept your interest?
I don't know. My love of the game, man. I'm just a competitive guy. I just like to go out there and try to win. So sports has just always come naturally to me.
What else do you do? What other sports do you play?
I played baseball and I played golf for a bit, but I stopped. Competitive golf is not my thing, but basketball and baseball mainly.
So you're playing baseball now?
Yeah.
What position do you play?
First base this year. Last year I played shortstop.
How long have you been playing baseball?
Also all my life. My sophomore year I took a little break and didn't play that year, but I came back last year and I've been playing baseball all my life really.
What's the plan after high school?
After high school, I'm going to be attending the University of Arkansas to major, and I'm not sure yet.
Are you going to play any sports?
No, probably not.
Probably not?
No.
Just going to go to the University of Arkansas?
Have fun there.
What's the drive to go there?
2.5 hours.
No. What's your personal drive to go there? What makes you want to go to?
I thought the exact same thing when he said. I was like, yeah, that's.
What makes you want to go to the University of Arkansas and not Tennessee or somewhere?
Well, a lot of my friends, I had a bunch of friends that graduated last year, my girlfriend included, and 4 or 5 buddies that are already up there. And, I drive up there to visit them pretty often. So it was a pretty easy choice for me to go there just to, hang out with them more.
Just want to be part of it.
Oh, yeah.
How about academically? How's the grades?
Everything good this year. I had all A's this year and mostly college classes and concurrent classes and stuff like that. I've held a 3.5 GPA my high school career.
That's good. There's a lot of young kids that are teetering back and forth of either playing a physical, competitive sport or not. If there's any one youngster out there watching right now, what would you tell them about playing competitive high school sports?
It's just a great path to take. It's just it's something that helps me. It's like an escape place away from my assignments and stuff. It's also great to keep you in shape. It's really important. I think it's just a great thing to do.
And kind of what he was touching on, he's talking about a lot of his friends and stuff that are in Northwest Arkansas. All of them pretty much play basketball too. I mean, there's a great bond that you make whenever you play basketball together, or play any sport together, and that's huge. You might not even really be hanging out with those people if it wasn't for sports and stuff like that. Same thing with me. I've got buddies that we get together and we hang out, and all of a sudden we're talking about what happened 10 years ago.
The friendships that are built at an early age that continue on through junior high and high school, and now will be continuing on through college. For sure. And the glue that holds all that together is your sports activity.
That's right. It's very important, especially like he said, there's a little bit of escape to it, and I've been at Cotter. There's not just wealthy families everywhere at Cotter. It's a little bit lower income. It's kind of like the same as West Memphis, and I think sometimes sports can really almost save some people. It keeps them out of trouble in the most part, holds them accountable, and really gives people the skills necessary to just overcome obstacles later in life.
I've said this several times on the show and outside of the show. Sports could be the only reason some of these students are in school.
Yeah.
The only reason they even go is because they want to be around like-minded students, and they want to be involved in something that they enjoy, and that's a sport.
I've witnessed that for sure.
And what's your feeder program over there for your basketball program?
I guess I don't.
Mountain Home has Top Flight? Do y'all have a Pee-wee program that you start?
Yeah, we have 5th and 6th grade Pee-wee, but I guess right now my feeder program is the youth center.
Okay.
That's down there. That we have volunteer parents and people that work hard on their own time just to keep it open. And then right now I've got a group of kids that are 7th and 8th grade that live there pretty much. They all hop on the same bus. The bus drops them off down there, and then they go play for a couple hours after school every day. This one was one of those when he was younger.
Okay.
His brothers were that way too. And then I watch those kids. They come in and they play all the time. So that youth center being open and the community keeping it open and doing all the things they can to keep the lights on down there and let those kids play has been actually very, very, very beneficial to our program.
How did your team finish up this year?
What was our record? 14 or 15, and somewhere around there. We're around 500. We started off with 9 kids. I think after injuries and a couple other things, we had 7 that we could roll in. And I'm not really one to make excuses, but I've never really had to where, we had Braden Adams tear a meniscus. We had David Rozier playing on essentially was a hairline fracture of a foot by the end of the season. And then this one really you probably didn't notice it, or couldn't notice it really, because once it became game time, he was going out and playing extremely hard. But he's been battling some knee problems also. So by the end of the year, we're really banged up, and we managed to lose to Haas Hall, Bentonville. Couldn't make it to state, but we battled all year. I feel like we battled all year, and the circumstances we were under, it was pretty tough.
How many seniors do you have on your team this year?
Got 3. Hudson, Peyton McGee, who, he's a different story too. I think and Coach Jefferson and I have kind of talked about it before, that when he was an 8th grader, there's a massive difference between he was an 8th grader and now when he's a senior. He's improved drastically. He had a couple of games that were pretty phenomenal for, that. What's that? They list that kid Eureka about 6'11". I think he's around 6'8" or something like that. But Peyton went out and was scoring over him, and I just really remember that moment, thinking like, man, as far as this kid has come, it's been pretty amazing. He's another senior I'm very proud of, and then I got Trace Ewing. He has one of our little guards, and he's one of those that could take an elbow to the face and pop right back up and not even act like anything ever happened. One of the harder workers that I've had come through Cotter. Great kid also.
How many returning juniors will you have for next year?
0 right now. We had zero juniors. We had 3 seniors and 5 sophomores.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're hoping that some freshmen that'll be sophomores will come up?
Well, yeah, and we're going to have to rely pretty much all on our next year juniors too. So, yeah, it's odd. This will be the second time I've had like a dead class where there's nobody who's playing out of that grade level.
So do you have sophomores that are playing this year that you think will step up and be good leaders?
Well, I had 2 this year and one that, he tore his meniscus. He was starting, tore his meniscus earlier in the season. But I've had production out of 2 sophomores that I guess is mostly out of necessity, but I haven't really had sophomores that produced at that level. Now, Hudson was a good sophomore, but he had a lot of juniors and stuff above him that were able to take a lot of the scoring load. He didn't have to do it all at that time. We had to have production out of these sophomores, and there were a couple of them that produced extremely well for being a sophomore. So I'm excited about them. Ryan Benedict and David Roger, they should be they should have some pretty good, or should have a good year next year, and then have several others that are going to be able to step up.
Hudson, how'd you feel when you scored your 1,000th point?
It was just a great moment. I remember doing it at home was my favorite part, doing it in front of the people and the parents and everyone who's supported me over the years. We had a lot of games that were pretty far away, Greenwood and Bentonville and Rogers, but to get it at home, it was just the best part about it. And they had a little surprise planned for me and had signs, and it was just a really cool moment.
When did you score the most points? What grade level were you in when you scored the most points in that season?
In that season, probably this year, probably my senior season, because that was the first scoring option. Last year I scored quite a bit too, but we had Hayden Hudson, who was our number 1 scoring guy, who also reached 1,000 points. But probably this year is where I had the best scoring season.
Well, I've got a little something for you to commemorate your 1,000th point.
Thank you. See that?
That is nice.
That's cool. Thank you, man.
I kind of stole that picture off of whoever posted that on Facebook,
yeah.
So
yeah.
I'd have something for you to make it a little personal, but that's something I've started doing this year, is recognizing anybody that reaches that milestone of 1,000 points in a career, and I just wanted to have you on to present that to you, and we appreciate you guys taking the time to join us this morning, and best of luck to you in your future endeavors. Coach, we appreciate you being on and bringing this young man in, and again, 1,000 points. If you don't think 1,000 points is a big deal, folks, try it.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
It'll be something. So we'll be back in just a moment. You're watching the Monday Morning Sports Update on XL7-TV. Be back in just a minute.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
You know, Harry, I think you were right. I hate to say it.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I think it is finally time for us to move out of this place. Someplace closer to the churches, doctors, someplace you don't have to mow a huge yard. It's time we downsize.
No, I've seen that hottest hotshot agent guy. He's got himself a bunch of listings.
Well, I talked to Grace, and she had some wonderful things to say about the Z Team.
Oh yeah, we've heard them on the radio. You know, I checked out the website at retiredarkansas.net the other day. Didn't really look like they had a lot of listings.
They don't have a lot of listings because they sell them.
Well, maybe it's time for us to call the Z-Team. You know, Marge, I think maybe this time you were right.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Call the Z-Team, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home. 870-405-0793.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's Monday Morning Sports. This morning we've got Coach Jared Jefferson. He's the athletic director for the Cotter Warriors. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I feel like I should know who you are. Yeah. Seems like I know some of your family.
Okay.
I know your dad.
Okay.
I know your mother and father-in-law, and your wife. She was even tiny like your little one. So.
Yeah. My wife's a Mountain Home native, and of course my family is from Yellville for generations, so I'm a local boy, I guess you could say.
There you go. How long have you been at Cotter?
This is my sixth year. My first 2 years, I was at Omaha, north of Harrison. I was the baseball coach and taught high school math there, and then I've been at Cotter for the past 6 years.
Other than athletic director at Cotter, what do you do there?
Junior high math, head baseball coach, and drive a bus.
And drive a bus.
Yeah.
I think everybody gets to drive a bus if you're a coach.
Yeah, that's definitely part of the job, especially at a small school. You know, bus drivers are hard to find right now. That's for sure.
So you went to school at Yellville?
I did.
When did you graduate?
2011.
2011.
Yep.
Sports?
Played baseball, basketball, and golf.
Baseball, basketball, and golf.
Yep.
No football?
No. That's probably about my biggest regret in life is not playing football, because I love football, and not playing for Coach Mallett. So.
And that's a name that's been around there for 100 years.
Local legend, that's for sure. Yeah.
So what brought you? Where'd you go to college?
I actually got all 4 years at Mountain Home through their teaching program.
Okay. And what brought you to Cotter?
Marty Hall was the longtime baseball coach at Cotter, and I've known him all my life. He's from Yellville as well, and he reached out to me one day and said he's kind of burnt out, kind of wanted to get out of coaching, and asked if I'd be interested in applying and coming and taking over, and I jumped all over it. When I worked at Omaha, I still lived in Yellville, so it was about a 50-minute drive. So I was kind of looking to get closer to home, so it was really the perfect opportunity.
Lots of sports in Cotter. For a small school, you guys have a lot of things going on.
Yes, we do. We have golf, of course, volleyball, basketball, baseball, softball, track. We have esports. Of course, we have cheer as well. Am I missing anything? I think that about covers it. Yeah, lots going on. lots of dual sport athletes that we have to share and work together. But yeah, lots going on.
Not much specialization going on in Cotter.
Not a lot, no. No, there's not. There's really I'm just thinking off the top of my head, maybe 2 or 3 kids that really specialize. The rest of them, play multiple sports. You just had Hudson Adams on, and he was the leading scorer for the basketball team and bats clean up for the baseball team. So lots of dual sports happening.
The facilities that you have, you make like we were joking around, you run around the school and dodge buses and traffic. It's really not a joke. I mean, that's fact.
It's really not. In fact, if you look closely on the pavement, you can see Coach Rogers, our track coach, has made hash marks with spray paint. So, we make the best of it. Luckily, we have 2 gyms. We have, of course, our high school gym, then we have an elementary gym. And if we didn't have 2 gyms, I honestly don't know what we would do.
Is there any plans in the future of having a track?
None at the moment. I'm not really sure where we would even put it.
Softball and baseball season have started. How are you looking there?
Pretty good in both. The softball team, they were district runner-ups last year. Made it to the state tournament. They returned several key players. The baseball team won the district tournament last year. Didn't make it out of the regional. We got paired with a pretty good district. In fact, nobody from our district made it out of the regional tournament last year. But baseball-wise, I returned, I think, 4 or 5 starters and brought up 2 or 3 really talented freshmen. So I have high hopes for the season.
Who's your softball coach?
Jared Wilhite.
Okay. And how's their season started out?
I think he's undefeated. He got 2 big conference wins against Greenland last week. I know he's beat Omaha. I believe he's undefeated. Yeah, he's undefeated right now.
What conference does Cotter play in?
We play in the 2A1.
How many schools are involved?
For baseball, it's Cotter, Lifeway Christian, Greenland, Yellville, Ozark Mountain, and Marshall. And then for softball, Lifeway Christian does not have softball, so for softball it's Cotter, Yellville, Ozark Mountain, Marshall, and Greenland.
Is that the same conference you play basketball in?
Basically, Marshall was not in our basketball conference, and then the Haas Hall schools over there in Northwest Arkansas, they don't have baseball and softball. So, and then Eureka doesn't either. So,
what about for track? What conference are you in with track?
I believe it's the same as like the basketball. So those Haas Hall schools in Lifeway, they all have track.
When you field a track team, are you just running events? Do you have any field events?
I believe we do all the field events as well. Yeah, so running in field events.
Wow. Without a facility.
That's
just amazing.
Yeah, we make the best of it.
Well, I had Coach Jones from Yellville on last week and on Friday, and we were talking about the same thing. You know, they have a good relationship with the city of Yellville, and they use the Yellville City Park. Do y'all have a park that you can run in?
Now, in years past, the track coach has taken the team to Mountain Home to practice, and then also to Yellville to practice. So we actually use Yellville City Park's facilities some too.
What's the future looking like for all your sports? It sounds like you're a little bit short on some basketball players coming up.
Yeah, I think several 9th graders for the boys and girls will be moving up, so I think the numbers will increase next year. Coach Raines will get several talented guards, and so will Coach Wilhite. I think that's a pretty guard-heavy freshman class. So that's exciting. Coach Rogers with volleyball, she had a really good junior high group, so the future looks really bright for volleyball. And then really the same for softball and baseball. That junior high group, 7th, 8th, and 9th graders, they're just really talented athletes, and I think we will all reap the benefits of that in the next few years.
With the new rules about school of choice, you think that'll affect your sports programs in Cotter?
I hope not.
But it could.
But it could, yeah. Yeah. We'll make the best of it.
And that's all we're going to say about that.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what is an e-sport?
So basically, you compete with other schools playing a video game.
And that's sanctioned through the AAA?
It is actually, yes. There is a esports it's like state championship.
And you have conferences and all that?
I'm not exactly sure 100% how it works. Last year we didn't field a team. So last year was my first year as athletic director. But in years past we have fielded a team.
And it's, I guess, just how good you are with your thumbs and your fingers?
Basically, yes. I believe
how good your eyesight is?
Yeah, I believe it's like one game they play, so, to even the playing field. But, yeah.
Scooter, you know anything about esports?
No, I've heard of it, but that's about as far as it's been. I've heard of it, but that's it. I've not seen what game they play or any of that stuff. But
I know ASU Mountain Home has esports, so I'm curious to see what that is.
Yeah.
We have some input from what game it is?
No, I thought you know what game. It's a Rocket League. It's like a soccer game, basically.
Okay.
Rocket League, like a soccer game. Okay.
I have to check that out a little bit. I mean, it's even at the college level, so there must be something to it.
That's right. Yeah, must be.
Cheerleaders and dance team, do you have all that as well?
We have cheer. We do not have a dance team, but we have non-competitive cheer. So
non-competitive
cheer.
Okay.
So they basically cheer at all the ball games. But they're always there to support us. They don't miss many games.
Well, I tell you, I went to some basketball games last year at the Cotter gym to visit with the guys from Twin Lakes Sports Network, and they do a great job producing y'all's basketball games. And I've never seen a gym that packed for a basketball game.
Yes. Yes, we have great fans. You're probably referring to one of the games was the flipping game. That it was electric.
Matter of fact, it was the flipping game.
In fact, I actually stood back at one point and took a picture of the gym, and it was the definition of a packed house.
There's a lot to be said about playing local competition, so you can draw fans from both sides.
Yes.
You know, you guys play flipping in Yellville. Do y'all still play Norfolk or not?
Yes.
You know, so those folks don't have to travel very far to get anywhere. Y'all don't really have to travel very far to get to those games. And when you bring your team, you're bringing the whole team, which, I mean, you're bringing your stands with you.
Right. Yeah. As an AD, I say it's good for business when we play small schools, but or close schools to us. But yeah, you know, we have a great rivalry with Flippin and Yellville both. The gym, you can guarantee, will be packed. It makes for a great atmosphere and a great experience. That's for sure.
If you had a wish list, what would you put on it to get something changed at Cotter?
A new gym for sure. A new gym would be awesome. I think I was told that it's kind of hard to explain, but our gym is older than the old gym was when we built the new gym, if that makes sense. So a new gym would be awesome. Of course, adding some track facilities, because our baseball and softball fields are both less than 20 years old, and they're still in really good shape. So really, just like I said, basketball and track.
When do your baseball, softball teams play again?
Today, actually, both play at home. I play Omaha, and softball plays Cave City.
And what time will that start?
They both start at 4 o'clock.
Do you have a JV team or just strictly varsity?
We play. I have 20 players on my team, 9 through 12, and I think Coach Wilhite's at 18 or 19. So we will play a JV game after the varsity game. It's usually like a 3-inning game, mainly for developmental purposes.
There you go.
So,
well, Coach, we appreciate you coming in this morning and joining us and give us an update on what's going on in the great city of Cotter and with the Cotter Warriors.
Well, thanks for having me on.
We'll see if we can't make it to the gym this next basketball season and watch some things
Sounds
happen.
good. Look forward to having you.
Thanks for joining us. You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll see you tomorrow.